friends, and welcome back to my kitchen. This is going to be just a very brief video. It's to give you a little tip that I found. I've already gotten a video about canning broth, and I made a batch of chicken broth today. Really good. I put a lot of nice herbs and spices in with it. It tastes delicious. I ended up letting it simmer for about 14 hours, and it looks perfect. But what I wanted to share with you is, rather than straining your broth through cheesecloth, which can make a big mess, it's very difficult to clean the cheesecloth. You have to kind of move the cheesecloth along as you go, and it's an expense. It's an ongoing expense to keep buying new cheesecloth unless you launder your cheesecloth and use it over that way, which is also kind of a pain. And then you've got the issue of, residual detergent in the cloth. Are you going to be putting that into your food? So what I discovered was you can buy a strainer on Amazon. It's called a double fine mesh. And this is just as good as cheesecloth. It has an extremely fine mesh. I'm going to put a link in the description box down below so that if you want to pick one up, you can. I don't get any compensation for recommending this, but I just wanted to share with you. And what I ended up doing today, it was very simple. I took my broth, I removed all the solids, took my jars, I put my funnel in the jars, put this double mesh strainer in here, poured the broth through, and I was done. And look how nicely that broth came out. So like I said, I'll put a link in the description box below. That particular size is just perfect for my my nice stainless steel funnel. And that way, if you would like to pick up a double fine mesh strainer so that you can make your broth canning much easier, you can do it too. Now, I'd just like to show you the difference between this regular strainer on the right. Has pretty large mesh. It's wet, so it's not dry, but you can see there the mesh is fairly large and it won't prevent tiny pieces from going through. This is a true double mesh strainer, and look how fine the pores are in this mesh. This is comparable to cheesecloth. So much easier to use. Extremely fine mesh. It's a great strainer, a great product. Now you have to be careful when you look on Amazon. A lot of the strainers that claim to be double fine mesh strainers are not. And you'll get them in and they'll be this coarser mesh. So you have to really be careful. I will put the link to the one that I bought below so you can use that one if you'd like to. So here is the chicken broth that I just pulled out of the canner. You can see there's a little bit of sediment on the bottom of the jars. Not too much. And here are jars that I canned last year. And these I used cheesecloth, and they also have a little bit of sediment, but they're fairly clear. But I don't see all that much difference. I mean, this chicken broth looks beautiful too. I don't see particulate matter in there. So I think our double mesh strainer did a fine job. So in my opinion, using the double mesh strainer, it did a great job. I can't see any reason to be running my broth through cheesecloth at all. Of course, I can't pick this one up with my hands, but looks beautiful. All right, take care. I hope this was helpful. I'm going to put a link in the corner up above if you'd like to see my original video on making chicken broth. Take care, have a great rest of the day, and we'll talk to you all again next time. Bye-bye.